Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, we're approaching the last day of my trip here in Jamaica. It's been a lot of fun. I am burnt to a crisp. But yeah, we got some news, including a story about two Carnival passengers who've now been banned for life. And I had no idea what they were thinking. First story is we want to talk about St. Kitts. St. Kitts is now saying that they are prepared and ready to meet 2019 numbers. They say by the end of 2 months from now, they will be back over what they were in 2019 before the shutdown, which means they'll be back to a full recovery as far as things to do in St. Kitts, as well as how many tourists are coming to town. And they are really excited about it because they really could use the tourism dollars to be spread around to more people. So that's pretty good news. St. Kitts is all set. In Germany, they have just installed shore power for the very first time as two AIDA cruise lines ships pulled into port, and both of them were able to simultaneously hook up to shore power for the first time ever. Everybody at the port is pretty excited about it because it cuts down on emissions, but it also cuts down on the noise that the cruise ships generate because they can shut down the engines even when they're in port. So if you're on that ship and you decide not to visit the port, it's still much more quiet and relaxing because you don't hear the engines running all the time as well. So yeah, it's a win-win situation when they can hook up shore power in the ships that are equipped to use them. All right, well, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Two cruise passengers decided to do something on their balcony cabin in what looks like Nassau. Now, it's no idea when this was posted. It could have been filmed 5 months ago for all we know, but according to Carnival, it wasn't. It was pretty recent. Originally, the story came out that these people what are they doing on their balcony? Were they having, fun times on the balcony, and that's why they got banned? No, the gentleman was fishing. You can see him reeling in a fish from a pretty high upper deck all the way up to and putting it on his balcony. As you can see the hook in the mouth, you can see some weights on it. There was no fishing pole there, it was just a fishing line. While the woman who was recording it, his girlfriend, his wife, his sister, who knows, was recording it and laughing pretty hysterically, thinking this was all pretty fun and games. And they ended up posting it on their TikTok account. Now, this is not a huge TikTok account. I think they had like 6 or 7 videos up altogether. But that 6 or 7 videos with this one posted was enough for Carnival to find out who they were. And in case you were wondering, is fishing allowed off of a cruise ship balcony? What could possibly happen? Well, number one, the fish that you're fishing for could be an endangered species. That's one. That's why one reason you're not allowed to fish off of a cruise ship. Number 2 is, what happens if a gust of wind or something comes along, a small boat comes along while you're doing it, and that hook gets caught in somebody? It could hook in somebody's eye. It could hook a small child. It could hook somebody down below on a lower deck. Lots of stuff can happen that is not, I remember fishing when I was a young kid, and we were fishing offshore like this, doing this, and I remember somebody did this, and it right into the paw of a small dog behind us, dug right in right away when they tried to throw it like this. Not a good system. And I know he didn't have a fishing rod. I know it sounds like just harmless fun. Carnival didn't think so. First of all, you could have been breaking a couple of the cruise line policies, and even Nassau's and the Bahama law by doing so. So much so that Carnival has now identified the two passengers and say they are no longer permitted to book and sail with Carnival Cruise Lines anytime in the future. How kind of crazy is that, right? How kind of crazy is I know it's tempting to do a lot of things out there. I know it's very tempting to think, oh, I'm on vacation, what harm could happen? Unfortunately, something could happen. Harm could happen. And so that's the reason the cruise lines have to take these precautions. And I'm not going to disagree with them. It's just one of those things. It's like taking a golf ball and hitting a golf ball off the top deck of a cruise ship. You're just hitting it in the water. What could happen? Well, I don't know. What happens if a small boat's going by and you happen to hit the person in the head with the golf ball? What could happen, right? It's little things like that. Not to mention the golf balls being eaten by fish that's not meant to eat golf balls, etc., etc., etc. So yeah, banned for life for fishing off a balcony. Who'd have thunk it? Well, do you think this is too harsh? Do you think it's right? Do you think, hey, what a brilliant idea. Maybe I should be fishing off my balcony and catching my own. What were you going to do with it? Just catch and release? Drop it from 17 stories up? I don't understand. Oh well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Let's see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world. Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.